to Raigad Military School, CBSE Board, Oshiwara, Jogeshwari West, Mumbai. Today we are going to take you on a tour to Odisha. Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. It is an initiative of Union government to pay tribute to Sardar Patel, who played a lead role in integrating the nation. The program is giving boost to existing culture, connect between people of different parts of country, and enhancing interaction between people living in different states. Odisha is tagged with Maharashtra to organize different programs to promote art, culture, and tourism in their respective states. Both states are rich in culture and tradition. In our series on Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, today we bring you a special story on Odisha. Now, I call upon Nishimis to introduce Odisha.
Odisha, formerly Orissa, is an Indian state located in eastern part of India. It is the 8th largest state by area and the 11th largest by population. The state has the 3rd largest population of scheduled tribes in India. It neighbors the state of West Bengal and Jharkhand to the north, Chhattisgarh to the west, and Andhra Pradesh to the south. Orissa has a coastline of 485 kilometers along the Bay of Bengal. The region is also known as Utkala and is mentioned in India's national anthem Jana Gana Mana. The language of Odisha is Odia, which is one of the classical languages of India. The state has an area of 1,55,707 kilometers square, which is 4.87% of total area of India. This state is having 6 major rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal, namely Subarnarekha, Budhbalanga, Baitarni, Brahmani, Mahanadi, and Rishikulya. This state experiences 4 meteorological seasons: winter from January to February, pre-monsoon season March to May, southwest monsoon season from June to September, and northeast monsoon season from October to December. However, locally the year is divided into 6 traditional seasons or ritus like Grishma, Barsha, Sharat, Hemant, Sheet, and Basanta. Now I'll call upon Ashomis to give you introduction about the dances of Orissa.
Your cultural tour to the state is incomplete without experiencing Odisha's famous dance form, Odissi, Chow, Gotipua, Dandanata, Sambapuri, Chaitagoda, and Meda Nacha. Odissi is an Indian classical dance, and archaeological evidence indicates that it is the oldest surviving dance form in the country. There are some tribal dances such as Karma and Changu that are performed by Gonds, Karya, Orion, Kisan, Kol, and Juang tribes. If planning to experience the rich dance of musical heritage of Odisha, you must plan your holidays from December to March, the time during which all music and dance festivals are organized. I call upon my teachers, Miss Tekna, Miss Priya, Sarvesh sir, and Ashwin sir to perform the dance.
शुभ स्वागतं स्वागतं शुभ स्वागतं जनमभूमिर करुछु वन्दन विनम अभिनन्दन स्वागतं शुभ स्वागतं स्वागतं शुभ स्वागतं जनमभूमिर करुछु वन्दन विनम अभिनन्दन स्वागतं शुभ स्वागतं शुभ सकाळर
प्रसिद्ध मंदिर एवं तीर्थ स्थल। उड़ीसा के मंदिरों की बात आती है तो भक्त पर्यटकों के लिए उड़ीसा एक श्रेष्ठ राज्य है, क्योंकि उड़ीसा प्रांत में मंदिरों की श्रृंखला है। यहाँ की पवित्र भूमि वर्ष भर तीर्थयात्रियों को आकर्षित करती है। इसके अलावा मठ, आश्रम, प्राकृतिक चमत्कार, समुद्र तट, वास्तुशिल्प सौंदर्य और अनगिनत कई चीजें दुनिया भर के पर्यटकों को आकर्षित करते हैं। उड़ीसा को भगवान जगन्नाथ के स्थान के रूप में भी जाना जाता है। जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा के अवसर पर दुनिया भर के लाखों भक्त पर्यटक यहाँ पर आते हैं। इसके अलावा हिंदू, जैन और बौद्ध भक्तों के लिए उड़ीसा बहुत ही सम्मानित तीर्थ स्थल है। कोणार्क उड़ीसा में भगवान सूर्य का एक प्रसिद्ध मंदिर है। इसकी वास्तुकला एक विशाल रथ के आकार में है, जिसमें 24 पहियों की नक्काशी हुई है और 7 घोड़ों द्वारा खींचा जाना दिखाई देता है। इसके अलावा उड़ीसा में अनेक हिंदू मंदिर हैं, जिसमें अनंत वासुदेव, बलदेव जीव, भरतेश्वर, भास्करेश्वर, ब्रह्मेश्वर, पपनसनी, पुरी जगन्नाथ, राजा रानी, शतरुघेश्वर, विमलेश्वर, गौरी शंकर मंदिर, गुंडीचा मंदिर एवं विमला मंदिर। अब मैं मिस नीलम, मिस फातिमा को मंच पर आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे आएं और मंदिरों के बारे में अधिक जानकारी दें।
I, Fatima Pavaskar from Raigarh Military School. Today I'll talk about the temples of Odisha. As my colleague teachers has rightly said that Odisha is a Odisha is a land of temple. There are the several of temple which act as a religious places. But if we talk about their facts and their importance, they are more than that. If I talk about all of them, the whole day won't be enough. So today I'll talk about only one temple, which is a Konar temple. This temple was built in the 13th century and it is attributed to King Narasimha II. This temple was built with a Kalinga architecture, and this temple is built in a big chariotic form, and the architectures of this temple were so good that they have created the small sculptures on the pillars and on the walls of these temples. Why these are important? Because these small sculptures give us the information about the clothing, jewelry, which means the culture of 13th century. And this temple is also has the entrance. This entrance, on these entrance you can see there are the two gigantic symbols, and these symbols are known as a symbol of wealth and power. Why they are called as a symbol of wealth and power? Let's see. Here this is a closure picture of that symbol. Here you can see there is a lion, beneath the lion there is an elephant, and beneath the elephant there is a human. Here lion represent the wealth and elephant represent the power, which means both the wealth and power is crushing the human, which means that we human face the maximum problem because of the wealth and power. This gigantic temple is pulled by the 12 pairs of wheels, and these wheels are also known as a sundial. Why they are known as sundial? Because on those wheels there are the 8 spokes, which one spoke represent the one para, which is a 3 hours, and if we multiply the 8 into 3, we get a 24 hours. So they present the time which by casting the shadow of the sun. And this gigantic temple is pulled by the 7 horses, which was also carved out near the temple. Now I ask my teacher to continue further.
Thank you, Fatima Pavaskar Miss, for giving this a very good and effective information on Konark Temple. I would further like to add the finesse and grandeur of Orissa and its architecture is undoubtedly a remarkable thing which the Aryans have left behind. Some of them are the finest in the country. Among them are the Lingaraja temple built in the 11th century, which is in Bhubaneswar, the Jagannath Puri temple built in the 12th century, and the great Sun temple of Konark built in the 13th century. Altogether, they form a golden triangle, Bhubaneswar, Puri and Konark. Remarkable architecture, sculpture, culture, and too much to explore for us. At the end, we would like to thank you for listening and understanding the concept. Thank you very much.
Now, let us take to an interesting topic, handicraft and jewelry of Orissa. Orissa is having diverse, vibrant and utilitarian the art and craft of Orissa. It ranges from stonework, silver filigree, woodcraft, applique work, brass and bell metal work, dhokra casting, horn work, pattachitra, paper mash, terracotta, tie and dye textile in cotton, tussar and silk, to name a few. Now I'll call upon a team of my colleagues, Manisha Kekane, Anupriya Sarkar and Fatima Maulvi, to come and give us detail about the same.
Handicrafts and jewelries. Major handicrafts include applique, stone carvings. The ikat is one of the earliest methods of dyeing yarn. Sambalpuri saris are rich in incorporating phula, shankha, chakra, all of which represents black, white, red, true Oriya culture along with Lord Jagannath. Epitome of beauty. See how the epitome of beauty is dressed in gorgeous jewelries. The stone jewelries and the shell jewelries are all work of art. Now I call upon Fatima Maulvi to say something about the shell jewelry.
Odisha is the most visited destination in East India for its magnificent sculpture and majestic architectural heritage. Two villages, Raghurajpura and Dandasahi, are the impressive handicraft villages in Odisha. Every house in this village has one artisan who has been awarded the state or national award for its art. Today I am going to put some light on the Pipli work or the applic handicraft work of Orissa. Pipli or the applic handicraft work of Orissa. Pipli is a village in Puri district of Orissa, well known for the applic work. Applic is a French word which means to put on, Applic work is basic needle and thread work in which the fabric is cut into different shapes and sizes, and it is stitched on the base large fabric to form pattern and design. Odisha has a long coastline of 480 kilometers, and so it has abundance of shells and conches, and the artisans have made the best use of it by using the shells and conches to make the jewelries and the show pieces out of shell and conches. So I'll be showing this to you. These are the conches. Artisans have really made a very good use of it, and they have shown their artistic skill by making all the kind of decorative pieces. The mirror has been decorated with the shell. Another most unique and the finest art of Odisha is Tarakashi. Tarakashi is a gold and silver filigree work, wherein the artisans, they use fine wires of gold and silver to make a delicate kind of jewelry. So this is the Tarakashi work, all of you. So no wonder Odisha is mentioned as a soul of India. Thank you. This is a terracotta work.
This is a terracotta work, Lord Ganesha. And terracotta work is done by the villagers, and they are the tribal people also do this wonderful work of art. It is generally made up of clay. Thank you.
Odisha is the home of a vibrant art scene. Its traditions and customs, being preserved and practiced for centuries, reflect the glorious heritage of this coastal side. Located strategically by the Bay of Bengal, what distinguishes Orient culture from that of the other states in India is that since many kings ruled the kingdom, these multiple dynasties have impacted the art and culture of the state, like Pattachitra and rock painting. To tell you all more in detail, I call upon Ms. Asma Kamal, Ms. Salma Kachi, and Ms. Shraddha Sartendal.
It is always said that every canvas is the journey of its own. Pictures always say something more than the words. Also, as we go far from one place to another place, diversity exists in each and every aspect of life. So why not in paintings? So in Odisha, which is located in the southeastern part of India, number of various kinds of paintings we can see. Well, I will introduce you with some of the various types of paintings like Pattachitra, palm leaf painting, rock paintings, canvas paintings, etc. The most important traditional painting is Pattachitra. The word itself is a Sanskrit word where Patta stands for canvas and Chitra stands for image. Means something which is drawn on a canvas is Pattachitra. The another one is palm leaf painting. one of the king Malapatra introduced palm leaf painting in Odisha, which is mostly introduced or which is mostly found in Bhubaneswar, Puri areas. The another types of some paintings are rock paintings, Jagannath paintings, which are mostly found in Jagannath temples and all in Bhubaneswar, Puri areas. Some paintings that are also found on wall in Odisha, they always say something or they always give some particular message, like some educational message or some message introducing some new norms, new values, etc. Now I will call upon my co-partner, Miss Salma, to introduce you with some of the paintings in detail.
Thank you. As Mrs. told us about different paintings and different types of painting, now I will focus on types of painting. My first painting is Patra Chitra painting. It is a traditional painting in Odisha and it is based on Hindu cultural and it specially reflect on historical events, norms, values which they follow. Example, Radha Krishna painting. My second painting is palm leaf painting. In ancient times, when paper was not invented, people used to write and draw on palm leaves painting. Our holy Hindu books like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Upanishad, Vedas, all these stories were written on palm leaves. My third painting is rock painting. Rock painting is mostly done in western part in Odisha. Different colors are used in this painting. Red colors extracted from iron, brown color extracted from copper, and yellow and white colors are extracted from lime compound. My fourth painting is Warli painting, which will be explained by our Miss Asma Miss.
Thank you, Miss. There are various painting. There are various type of painting in Odisha. The painting which we have done is Warli art. Warli art was discovered in the early 70s, while there are no records of exact origins of this art. Warli art is the vivid expression of daily and social events of tribe of Odisha, used by them to decorate the walls of village houses. And they always use these things like ladder, comb, natural things like sun, moon, and trees. And they use only one color at a time in painting. And in this painting, geometrical shapes are used to show the village scenery, and the people are dancing on the tunes of tarpa, which means a wind musical instrument. So from all these, we can say that some paintings are the reflection of their living styles, and some are the indication of their surroundings. Thank you.
The rest part will be continued by Nishi Miss. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you.
Sports. Sports is an important part of culture of Odisha, and hence it plays a key role in the development of this state. Field hockey, athletics, tennis, rugby, association football, and cricket is the most popular sports in the Indian state of Odisha. It is also called as sports capital. The sporting events in Odisha are governed by the Sports and Youth Services of the Government of Odisha. Now, I'll call upon Ramesh Yadav sir and Joachim Ferrao sir to give a detailed explanation about the sports in Odisha.
के प्रसिद्ध एवं पारंपरिक खेल उड़ीसा के पारंपरिक खेलों के अंतर्गत कबड्डी, बागुरी, खो खो, रुमाल चोरी, गोटी, लुच्चा केली, किथी किथी, कौड़ी और चकी खेल ये उड़ीसा के प्रसिद्ध खेल हैं। हम जब इन खेलों की बात आती है तो बहुत से ऐसे खेल हैं कि जिसको हमने बचपन में खेला है। किथी किथी खेल की बात अगर करते हैं तो बचपन में सभी बच्चे या हम भी बचपना में चले जाते हैं और उस खेल की याद आती है तो उसको एक कौड़ी के साथ और एक पैर पर जो है ऐसा ऐसा करके खेल को खेला जाता है, किथी किथी। इस खेल को हमने बचपन में बहुत खेला है। अब खेल की बात करते हैं तो चकी खेल की। चकी खेल उड़ीसा का पारंपरिक और आदिवासियों का प्राचीन खेल है। आज यह खेल विलुप्त होने के कगार पर पहुंच गया है। इसलिए टाटा स्टील कंपनी ने इस खेल को बचाने के लिए इसे सुरक्षित करने पर बल दे रही है। साथ ही कंपनी ने उड़ीसा के आदिवासियों के समृद्ध इतिहास तथा संस्कृति एवं इसके प्रचार प्रसार के लिए स्थानीय समाज के साथ संपर्क स्थापित करते हुए विभिन्न जगहों पर प्रतियोगिता आयोजित कर रही है। हाल ही में चिंगुड़ीपाल ग्राम पंचायत के कुमिडी हवा हाली के यंग उत्कल क्लब की ओर से इस खेल का आयोजन किया गया और एक टूर्नामेंट आयोजित की गई, जिसमें टाटा स्टील कंपनी ने पूरा सहयोग दिया। इस टूर्नामेंट में उड़ीसा के 3 जिला केंदुझर, ढेंकानाल एवं जाजपुर की 62 टीमों ने भाग लिया। विजेता प्रतिभागी को पुरस्कृत किया गया। अब मैं मिस्टर जोकिम फराओ को मंच पर आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वे आए और उड़ीसा के और अन्य प्रसिद्ध खेलों के बारे में आपको जानकारी दें। धन्यवाद।
Hello, my name is Joachim Ferrao, and I am the sports teacher of Raigad Military School. As you are aware of the information about Odisha, the thoughts the other teachers have shared with you regarding temples, paintings, handicraft, jewelries, dance, culture, tradition. Now, I will be sharing with you about sports. Hockey is the most popular sport of Odisha. Hockey is the hub of Odisha. In 2019, Odisha organized the World Cup, Hockey World Cup in Bhubaneswar. Again, on 2023, Odisha has got to organize the World Cup. This is because the World Cup was organized in such a beautiful way that Odisha got a chance again to host this World Cup in 2023. Thank you so much. I now call Ms. Ashumis to give you further information about Odisha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joachim, sir. So this was an armchair travel to all of us on Odisha. So I call upon Miss Neelam to give the vote of thanks.
Yeah. We can wear a awe. That means welcome one and all. I hereby deem to a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to this memorable occasion. First and foremost, I would like to thank our trustee and principal ma'am for all their encouragement and guidance. All of that starts well, ends well. I am grateful to all the distinguished speakers and all my co-teachers for making this occasion wonderful and remarkable in a very short span of time. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad, Raigad Military School, Oshiwa.